Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arcanic Sunday Funday, and we are also to start off with match number 1. It's gonna be Erangel, and here we go. The flight path initiating from Sosnoka military base, finishing off towards the southeastern regions of Stalba, favoring the eastern regions of Erangel map and the southern regions too. Now we're gonna take a look how many teams drop in Sosnoka military base. We have to see how many teams head to his Nova Hypnoid. That's also a question. Heading to his Primos, surely that will be a huge question for teams. SOG, where are they gonna head? Usually they drop in Rozok. Rozok is quite far away from the flight path, so maybe they will shift their gliding towards some other drop location. Or the Esports, they're heading towards Sosnoka military base as always. Ray Phoenix, I'm quite surprised because they're heading towards the southern edge. Maybe they're planning to head towards Novo Ripnoi. They'll grab a vehicle from the southern highway. Yeah, they'll find plenty of vehicles there. And SOG probably heading towards Milta. RTZ Esports grabbing the farm strip. Sage Esports, where are they gonna head? Every game, some new drop location is being accessed. Is accessed by Team Sage Esports, so maybe in this game as well, Sage Esports will head towards some new drop location. Well, not now. The first circle is pretty much crucial. Shingle Monsters, even they're heading towards Malta. There's gonna be a clash between Shingle Monsters and Team Secret. SOG just dropping on the farm strip. They're going to fight Team RTZ with both the teams maintaining the distance for now. And the first circle favoring the northern regions. Shooting range deep inside the circle. Team 1X heading towards your snap. Next generation probably might head towards 7A, but immediately after dropping, Team All Stars gets a miserable start. They've started to lose their players. Have they lost any? Have they faced a casualty? What a fuck! He's knocked out. Shingle Monsters pretty quickly. They're trying to move in and take down these two players. I want to guess true. Revival won't be possible there. And Hammer with this dual MP7. Can he take down these two players? Tiger shows up. Great connections made there by Jalad. Providing cover right on time. Team All Stars. They're down to 2. Doc Pecul is the duo surviving. They are not heading towards the safe areas. They are not taking themselves away from this fight. They're not withdrawing. They're continuing this fight. But it's all okay until and unless Vision Codex Academy doesn't show up. Because if they close in, that All Stars, they're going to be in a sandwich situation pretty easily. Team Secret, they'll win that fight. So that's Team Secret, not Vision Codex Academy. I'm sorry for the confusion. And I saw some players of ACA playing for Team Secret. So yeah, that was expected. But yeah, if Team Secret closes in, then it's game over for Team All Stars. There are still hopes that Team All Stars can turn the tide of this fight, turn the direction of this fight. But now it's fading off. Pecul is so much low. Shingle Monsters closing successfully. Pecul takes himself to another room. Oh, he gets knocked out. He took himself to another room, but Pecul still got taken down. He got himself a good angle. They could have used Pixel Peaks, but that didn't work out. So Doc, he's going passive. Team Secret rapidly. They are moving in too, because this is the opportunity where Team Secret could have got some eliminations for them. But that didn't happen. Just watching this fight from a distance. And that's elimination coming in for Team All Stars. And Team Secret always, they are a bit cautious with these kind of things. They don't just hurry up when it's about third partying any team on the drop location. They don't hurry up. They don't take their opponents lightly. They play pretty cautiously in Team Secret. They set an example there too. By the way they were holding and taking precautions, and they were just watching their opponents. K4W, they'll be smashed here in Pachinki, and they're eliminated on 19th position. Wow, Team GE as well, losing 2 players. So absolute domination shown by Zorvex Esports here in Pachinki. Have they lost any of their players? Yep, they're down to 3 players. They've lost... No, all their 4 players are alive. That is crazy. Bad boy. He did climb up that rooftop of that small house. But immediately will come down. And Kiddo doesn't have any angle there on Bad Boy, so if Bad Boy is in a fight, he has to fight it all by himself. There's no help coming in for him. Oh my goodness. And Bad Boy will be taken down by Lacuna. ZRX, they're all over Team GE. Get over to the last man standing. And he makes a mistake. Then that pump shotgun. Team doesn't really help him out. Hector puts in the final nail in the coffin, and CRX stands in phase here in Pachinki. A lot of fights happening. RTZ Esports, who might get caught there? His team Sage Esports has closed in a lot. And yeah, he's all alone. But Sage Esports is unaware about his position, and he's just letting them move. This is not a fight, that's just a rotation passing by. And yeah, he can be relaxed for now. RTZ Esports won't be bothered by that rotation. But the problem is they are just moving with horses, and they're moving bare feet. They're moving on their feet. They do have slippers, but they need vehicles. They need to be cautious while rotating, because a lot of teams are going to travel towards the circle from this particular area, and Aimgot can be seen and open, and that could completely turn everything against Team RTZ. But Secret Esports, I told ya, they are pretty cautious in these scenarios, and they avoided that drop clash against Team Shinga Monsters and Milta. They backed off. They didn't even go for that third party. They took all the precautions. They watched that fight from a distance, seeked for an opportunity, didn't get any, and they started rotating. They were far away from the circle. It was important for them to rotate. But now Team Sage, I guess they've got Shugro there. He has that hovercraft. You gotta keep that vehicle safe. Shugro is just squaring up upon Team Sage. He's just measuring them. NWO, by the way, they come into action. RTZ Esports on the other end, they're going after paid esports. NWO got a positive start. They got a elimination point there. Fight coming in from Lipovka. It's against Team RTZ. Seth, he's out. It's going to be Hitman. The three teams fighting at a time. Paid Esports was about to get eliminated, but Shoji got knocked out in such a wide open area. And Hitman desperately tried to finish his opponent out there. But Hitman got taken down with that grenade. Kenzo, he'll be flushed out. The surprise coming in from RTZ's last player. Shoji will definitely get that revival, but Sam OP, you need to delay this fight as much as you can. Sam SP, that is, yeah. You need to delay this fight as much as you can. It won't be a good decision if you fight here all by yourself and you end up getting eliminated. Already RTZ, he has a lot to win and nothing to lose. So, put you to sleep. He'll send you back to the lobby. One small mistake and it will be game over. 16 teams, 57 players are now alive. And we're going to witness the first shift of the circle. Second circle is about to initiate. Uh-oh, spray coming in. Sharp connections were made there on Sam, but it's absolutely fine. No need to panic there. And I'm surprised our NW Hope is not going after this one solo elimination, which they could have secured easily. But just instead of stretching that fight. I mean, after facing that casualty, that their confidence trembled, surely. That's the reason why they're avoiding that fight. And they're heading towards the circle. Such a huge impact RTZ created with that casualty when he gave it to NW Hope. Mentally, this team is so much strong. NW Hope is a talented team. There are some experienced players playing on this roster. But, I mean, it completely depends on the situation. What kind of situation it is to fight. And NW Hope, clearly, that was not the situation they wanted to fight in. So they just backed off. And doing that doesn't really affect their ego or their standards. Every mature team does that. And yeah, they're heading towards the circle. This will be a better investment in my opinion. Stage 2 has been initiated and circle moves for a sudden shift. This was sort of expected from the circle because in a lot of proportion circle was favoring the water areas. NXT Esports, they managed to access 70 and now they're dominating the outer skirts of 70. They have a lot of experience of that area of the map. So NXT Esports should be able to convert this game into a winner. Check it out. By the way, Team TF, they're pretty much close to Team Secret. They're giving them any casualty. Sam and Rudy bringing in those eliminations early for Team TF. Definitely reducing their pressure in this game. CRX Esports, they're in a mood to start a fight against Team Secret. But they don't know what's going to hit them. Because Team GF, if they start preparing for this fight, the first team they'll cut it open will be ZRX. And that's not what they want after getting such a terrific start. Mauling their opponents in Pachinki, dominating K4W, dominating GE. That is a big deal. And after such kind of a start, you would always want to convert the game into a mega game. This is obviously Sunday Funday, only the winner takes it all. There's nothing for hashtag 2, hashtag 3, only the winner takes it all. So you have to aim for the winner chicken dinner. Consistency is very much important. And this kind of events, they really bring out the best out of teams, especially when a team, if they fumble in the first two games, that's when the team's willpower is tested. How quickly you give up and how quickly you don't, how long you don't give up, how quickly you give up and how long you keep your willpower intact. That is really tested here in the Sunday Funday event. So if you lose your first two games, you can still make a comeback in Rondo, and I've seen that happening so many times. The teams fumble in the first two games, and then in the Rondo, boom, out of nowhere, they're in contention. But for that, you have to do extraordinary amount of hard work in Rondo. You have to work a lot. You're gonna get a lot of eliminations, and it depends on your luck as well. How much your luck is favoring you. But the best thing is to get average amount of points from each and every game, rather than doing hard work, all the hard work in just one single game. Which in Esports, by the way, phase 2 casualties. They're scouting the area. Wow, that's a great burst. Who knocks down Zook? And he will get that revival. And this is like inviting trouble. ZRX Esports, they spotted VE2. So now it's difficult for them to cross that bridge. Could have just rotated silently, but they wanted to poke. And then Buggy has been damaged. RTC Esports immediately, they've started squaring up upon Team Vision Esports. Left guy is getting out of there. You gotta understand that he needs to pick up Zoic along with him. And look at RTC Esports, how quickly they changed their strategy. Till now they were going passive, but all of a sudden now they're pressing hard on the accelerator and they're trying to close in. That was a great knock by Who. And Zoic, he will be knocked out. Left guy will try to run as long as possible, but that's not gonna happen. We all know that the vehicle just was damaged by RTC Esports. Those both back and front tire was punctured and there was nothing left I could do. Vision Esports gets eliminated on 16th position. And maybe now they must be regretting their decision of checking out on Team RTC Esports, poking them, and then getting knocked out instead. Yeah, they must be regretting it a lot. But this is where now your mental power is tested. You failed in this game, you've got nothing, you left empty-handed. So now, the upcoming map is going to be Miramar. It's the map of discipline. It's comparatively the most toughest map to play. Can you turn the table? Can it happen? Team GF versus Secret. SRN losing a player. 1x, they're off the mark. Just playing with 3 players in this game. That's insane. SRN. Yeah, they lost a player. 1x doing the difficult part here. Playing with a numbers disadvantage factor. But now they have to take the initiative and they have to cross that bridge at any cost. And they're doing it. And Lord is going to be in a lot of trouble because... Oh my goodness, Rin knocks him down. That is clever. That is brilliant. Oh wow. Now Romeo shuts down George. So just one last player, Helios, is surviving for SRN within a fraction of a second. Team 1x, they gain control over the situation. That is just amazing. It doesn't matter how many players you have in your team. Coordination is everything. And even if you're lacking in numbers, it's absolutely fine. But SLM Esports stealing all the hard work of Team 1x. They're stealing those frags. Third circle has just initiated. It's going to be the second shift of the circle. Circle moves for a western shift. Team Secret, they're on the eastern regions. Next generation, they're controlling the east. and they're not allowing the teams to enter the circle. They have spectacular position, probably, in their hands, and Hero with that great tracing. Jinx got knocked out. Respect. Well, respectfully now, he'll maybe step back. It's getting waivers for him to survive here. Team Secret with that huge height advantage. They're mauling these two teams at the same time. And especially Next Generation. And Respect gets knocked out. Ray Phoenix out of nowhere shows up. Hero, what's going to be his approach now? Is he going to head to his safe areas, or he wants to take the revenge of his teammate? This is not the best time to seek redemption, by the way. Heading towards the circle will be much more of a better decision. But Hero now, he's so much low now. He needs to run. Now you got lay, Hero. There's nothing you can do about it. The probabilities of Hero surviving are probably next to 0. But wow, he gets out of that cluster. And he will safely travel. But now the question is, where are you going to head to? What position are you going to secure for yourself? And he takes back a U-turn, and I guess he wants to fight. He wants to fight, absolutely. Jinx again got knocked out. The Team TF is not able to settle down. Shaka takes down Hero, so 1x getting another elimination for them. Next Generation, they're eliminated on 12th position. Oh my god! When Neo on top knocks down Rudy, and maybe a bare pixel of Jinx is still exposed there. He might get knocked out. Boba, he shows up. Oh, he didn't know about Rizzy there. And sad for Boba as he gets knocked out. Rizzy didn't provide enough amount of... information wasn't provided there. Rizzy and Tunusona, they were watching their teammate creating that angle, and they were keeping an eye. Maybe they didn't have any information about Rizzy there. They couldn't see him. So yeah, that's the reason why Casualty will be faced by Team Ray Phoenix. It's a 3v3 fight, and it's still difficult for Team TF to get out of here. This first circle matters a lot, but Tunusona, we see both of them getting knocked out. Single monsters stabbing Team Ray Phoenix in their back. And this is a golden chance now for Team TF to get out of there, to get out of that mess. All they have to do is just don't draw the attention of Single Monsters towards you. GRX Esports, they are bothering Team 1X, Hector and Leo, the technique hero, spraying from a range. And that's the end. Team 1X gets cooked here. They were fighting Team Horsey, but their back was completely exposed. And they couldn't control the situation. They got overwhelmed in between. In Team Horsey, they could have got extra eliminations for them. And this was not a help for Team Horsey. Instead, Team ZRX, they stole the heart of Horsey here. Must be so much frustrating for them. They had such a great control over this fight, but out of nowhere those sprays came in. And all the hard work then goes in vain. Manyo, by the way, is going after Team Secret. In Team Secret, they've been desperately trying to be peaceful. Now you have to fight. You cannot get away from fights. You have to fight. You have to be violent. And Anonymous, he doesn't even have a weapon in his hands. Rizzy is quickly closing in. But instead of heading to his Team Secret, he will be caught by Single Monsters, maybe. Well, he diverts his rotation immediately. ZRX Esports versus Team Horsey. Two of the players of ZRX been knocked out. Team Horsey, they've been doing a fantabulous job today. And here in this fight as well, positive outcomes will be seeked by them. Hector, by the way. Oh my goodness, he'll be knocked out by Batman. Immediate retaliate. Immediate reality check there for Batman. Leo is the last man standing with Soji, constantly making those connections to smoke. Batman knocks down Lacuna, sir. Leo will be taken down by that grenade. So yeah, even Team ZRX being overwhelmed there between 2-3 teams. SOG, look at their position. But the question is, can they convert this game into a winner chicken dinner after having such kind of a position inside the circle? This is such a precious position they have. Can they convert this game? Because if you are not able to convert the game after having such a wild position inside the circle, I mean, something is very much wrong. You need to figure it out. Team Sage down to 1. Poison. Last man surviving. going against Team TF. Maybe he's going after Team Horzy. There was Team RTZ, maybe, who gave them casualties. Who gave Team Sage Esports 3 casualties. 80% team, 25%, 75% team has been sent back to the lobby. Poison is the last one standing. Poison spams that SLK. Thunder got knocked out, but Kyo saves him. You know, SOG has to be sharp with their gunfights. This is where this team lacks. And all you have to do is just defend your squad house. Defend it, mate. Defend it. All the teams are going to take the initiative. You just have to be alert and trace those vehicles. Team SOGs, they keep lacking with their gunfire. I guess they're going to slip. This winner chicken dinner. They're going to fumble this game. Said, where are they going to run? No one. He has nowhere to go. Get out of the circle. He cannot move from here. But if the attention of Team SOG switches onto some other team, then maybe things can work for him. But who all alone fighting Team Single Monster, but Joe taking the risk. That was a gamble. He created an opening there. He got an off for himself. Got himself a really good damage. It's a 1v2 now. Can Call and Psycho. It's a 2v2 by the way. Can Call and Psycho make it happen. Even Call now being backstabbed. That was a gamble by Team RTZ Esports too, and it works for them. Now Psycho, the most trusted guy on the side of SLM Esports, the last man standing, but SOG! They are deep inside the circle and they're controlling the circle for now, mauling all the teams on the edge. SLM has been eliminated. So Horzy Esports might get charged up. RTZ Esports, they are in a mess. They are gonna get caught here. And Horzy Esports shows up. Aim God still popping in that first aid. He'll be seen finally. He was just about to pop in that first aid. Oh no. He got trapped. The RTZ Esports were eliminated on 3rd position. On 4th position, S8 gets themselves top 3. And now it's going to be a 4v4 fight. Horzy Esports versus Team SOG. Wow, what a grenade that was. 5 elims secured by SOG, and this will probably be the first winner chicken dinner for Team SOG in front of my eyes. Sharp Sir gets knocked out. Angel gets knocked out too, so SOG is not gonna win this game. That is true. Horzy Esports shifting the momentum completely towards them. Kyo along with it, Thunder, the duo surviving, everyone gets knocked out. But Thunder now has to win this close range fight. It's gonna be Horzy Hay in front of him. Batman providing cover from back in areas. Thunder misses and gets mauled with that SLK connection. But he has to say in his teammate's angle, but Thunder creates another one. The Horzy Esports, they're on back foot. Great jump by SOG. Getting the control back on this fight makes it a 2v2. This shouldn't have happened. But now it's time to forget everything, every blunder they've made. It's time for a reset. It's time to win this fight. Batman finishes Angel. Now it's a 2v2. There was a chance for revival, but now that chance will be taken back by Horzy Esports completely. Theo overcommitted surely. Thunder takes down Cancus. It's going to be a 1v1. Batman versus Thunder, and Batman right now has a grenade in his hands. Cancus will be flushed out. Does Kyo has a chance to get that revival? Well, Kyo is providing the best information he can to Thunder. And Thunder very smartly will be dodging that grenade. He uses one and misses. And this is probably his last grenade. Batman knows where Thunder is. Erin, he's just watching the show. Thunder deals immense damage there on Batman. Now Thunder, you gotta close it. Maybe he doesn't know that Batman is so much low. Thunder goes for a jump shot, misses. Batman, can he heal himself? Will he get enough time to heal himself? He's popping in that first hit. Thunder has no clue about it. That Molotov will go in vain. Horzy Esports back in business. Batman makes it manageable. Gets a couple of grenades more. And can this one deal the damage and pay back? Yup. Thunder gets low. Batman gets a really good damage for himself. Will this time be the charm? Will this time be the charm? Thunder is so much low, but Batman made a blunder. My goodness. Hell no. SOG gets that winner chicken dinner, and who must have thought that Horsey Esports, after doing so much, they would make such a silly mistake. And that was a really small error, if you see, but it happened at such a wrong time that even Batman must be very much embarrassed right now. And I cannot believe what I've just seen. What a fight! That was absolutely worth it. Crazy finish. And this is just the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, I promise. This was just match number 1. We're taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 2, which will be Miramar. Till then, like, subscribe, boys. Come on. So we are back, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be match number 2. It's Rondo, and here we go. La Cobreria as the starting point of the flight path. Puerto Prizo's northern edge is the finishing point. The flight path favoring the central regions of Miramar, so it's pretty obvious that heading towards the western regions is going to be difficult. And the southeastern regions are being favored, so it's going to be easy to head towards Puerto Prizo and Pala. And I guess multiple teams are going to head towards Los Leones. Even Villa del Mar cannot be accessed. So a lot of drop clashes, I believe we are going to witness. Horsey Esports, they're going to head towards La Cobreria. They lost that winner chicken dinner by some barrister margins. So let's see if they can maintain the consistency here in Miramar too. SOG heading to Astoria Homeda. Ray Phoenix heading towards water treatment. A lot of teams heading towards San Martin, by the way. Vision Esports had a bad last game, so they're heading towards Hacienda del Petron. That's a bold move after failing in the first game, and then heading towards Hacienda del Petron, a drop location who is always a hard drop. And NXT Esports immediately after dropping there into a mess. White gets knocked out, flushed out immediately with the dagger. And RTC Esports starting off really well. Lack of loot, but doesn't really matter. Whatever you have, use it. RTC Esports getting the first elimination immediately. But now they have to climb up, I guess. Yup. They have to swim against the tide. And Hero, he is waiting right now. He has that UMP-45. And the small little portion, this narrow staircase, is very difficult to utilize to close in. Because most of the times, players, they end up fumbling. Hero will be overwhelmed there. But this narrow staircase is really, really very risky. Using that staircase to climb up. Oh my god, KVQ, what was that? He gets knocked out though, but he gets to respect his way behind. NXT Esports is gonna lose it. By the time Respect closes in, it's gonna get... all the players are gonna get that revival. SLM Esports going for that third party. That frag did get stolen there, but it's absolutely fine. RTC Esports doesn't really care about it. They care about surviving. Wanted! They will let Respect close in and he'll finish him respectfully. NXT Esports getting eliminated early. But yeah, I was talking about that narrow staircase, which is always risky. Whenever there's a team holding upstairs, always, because of that narrow staircase, teams get overwhelmed and get eliminated. And RTC Esports, they handled the situation really well. There was just one thread there, which could have pulled them down in San Martin. Yeah, when that didn't happen. Jilla doing a really great job there with his presence of mind. He'll steal a frag. SLM Esports, they're off the mark. Other Vision Esports, they'll be closing in. Psycho is gonna get caught. Psycho is trying to run for his life, and he will get knocked out. That is so much unlucky. SLM Esports wasn't expecting that at all. Slaven came out of nowhere. And Jalad, even he's in danger. So SLM Esports has to regroup here. Vision Esports, are they on a hunt? Are they going to search and hunt their opponents? Well, they're trying to go for that slab and they're interested in this fight. And definitely after the last game, they need tons and tons of eliminations and a winner chicken dinner to pull off that comeback. The serious mode is now on. Wow. Joanne gets two. Immediate retaliation coming in by Vision Esports. Left guard, Zurich is the duo surviving, just like the last game. It's like a deja vu for Vision Esports. 3 players in front of them. And even Levka right now, so it doesn't have much options from this kind of a range. Great spray there, Jalad. He got a bit low, but Levka gets knocked out from the sidelines. And Zuik will be the last player surviving. So Vision Esports now, they've completely fumbled. RTC Esports, I guess, they will try to grab this opportunity. And they are going to third party here. Because look at them, how quickly they're moving. Zuik with this grenade, can he create some tension there? Can he create an opening? Goes for another one. SLM, they're running back. Zuik made a mess. Just one bullet connection is needed there for Zuik to get knocked out. Is he going to jump out? No, he won't be able to. He's out. Vision Esports, they're eliminated, but Shingu Monsters, they won't be able to survive for a longer time because RTZ Esports, they've closed in to take revenge. This is how you take advantage of situation. Fourth elimination coming in for Team RTZ. Just playing on the principles of third parties. Utilities are going to create a major role here for Team RTZ. It's going to be important for Team RTZ to use those grenades and utilities well. Because blindly pushing in, I know you have numbers advantage, but just blindly pushing in, it's not safe. It's not convenient. Even SR and Esports, I guess they're eliminated for this game. Yup, but wow, Kali gets knocked out. Jalad is the last man surviving. Trying to smoke, gets a player, but it was a 1v2 and CJ11 won't fail. Jalad is out. SLM gets eliminated on 15th position. $14 teams, 56 players. First circle hasn't finished yet. Yeah, still in the first phase of this game. A lot of teams have been already eliminated. 1x versus NW Hope in Impala. Head-to-head 4v4 fight, by the way. There's a lot going on in this map. A lot of fights. Multiple drop locations. And 1x, at least in this game, they'll be playing with 4 players. That is good. That is really good. NW Hope, last game wasn't that great for them. And mainly the problem in the last game, which I noticed, was those unnecessary splits which they were maintaining. I mean, they have a lot of self-belief. I do accept that NW Hope is a team filled with potential. But those splits, while rotating, didn't work out for them in the last game. And sometimes it happens that your strategy doesn't work out. Every game is not the same. But yeah, they need to focus on Miramar because this is a small tournament. And within a fraction of a second, you lose your grip. Romeo gets knocked out. Kenzo with that opening. That's brilliant. So what's going to be the strategy of Team NW Hope now? Are they going to close in? But Ali, he has a off-guard angle and he can catch the players of NW Hope while they cross. Romeo is going to get flushed out. So maybe NW Hope won't feel that much necessary to close in. And you never know. One of the players headed to his the back end areas towards the north of Impala to get a vehicle. Maybe that was, I don't know who that was, but somebody headed to the northern regions to get a vehicle. Rin gets knocked out too. So now 2 openings have been created. And Rin, it will be better if you don't give your elimination to your opponent. Yeah, you got knocked out. You got knocked out. You got knocked out because of the blue. So it's better to give up. And he'll do that. So NW Hope will be getting 1 less elimination in this fight. Yasser Ali, the 2 surviving. NW Hope looking for a better opportunity to close in, especially Kenzo with the angle he has. He has to knock down any one of their opponents. Any one of the remaining opponents. Either Yasser or Ali. Any one of them needs to get knocked out here. Just to create that pressure. But this fight is taking so much long. Especially NW Hope, they're running out of healings. They need more. They don't have much. And Ali will be seen. Kenzo delivers. And now Yasser, being the solo guy. What is he up to? Brilliant left peek there by Yasser. Breaks. Might get flushed out there. He needs to be safe. Kenzo. It just opens the open areas and Yasser takes him down too. So it's a 1v2 already. Even Ash is knocked out, so it's a 1v3 already. Yasser, you gotta be kidding me. It's completely changing the direction of this fight. And he's sneaking out towards his teammate so that he can revive him. And Bricks is not going to get that revival, that is true. So it's going to be a 1v2 now. Yasser has created a hell of an impact here. But yeah, saving your teammate is also part of the game. He'll get back. And Ali bleeds out. Yasser just got laid by a second. And Ali won't be saved. So can it be a 1v4? Can Yasser pull off a upset here by clutching a 1v4 against NW Hope? He's not getting greedy here. He's getting out of Impala. He's heading towards the safe areas, which is a mature move in my opinion, because this game is more than clutching a 1v4 against NW Hope. There are still probabilities that a slight error might happen and you lose completely. So that should not happen. "14 teams, 49 players. Look at the circle. It went for a southern shift. So we are probably heading towards the southern edge finish. The type of circle has formed right now. Team Secret has a fabulous position inside the circle. But Team Secret, they just keep on running away from fights. In the first three circles, even if they have an advantage, they think a lot before fighting. Especially in that Milta situation when Chinga Monsters was going after All Stars. Team Secret didn't try to do a third party there. They just waited. And now Nalbo gets knocked out. So the question is, Horsey Esports, are they interested to close in? Even if they don't, they're not going to lose anything because even they have a really good position. And when you're fighting a team who is also having a great position as you do, then maybe sometimes just holding your position is a great decision. Because Horsey Esports, they haven't secured an elimination yet. That's why they're getting a bit desperate to at least get off the mark. But if they get eliminated, then that will be so much painful for them because already they've secured hashtag 2 in the last game. So here, if they just compromise with eliminations and if they eventually get a good placement out of this game, then maybe it will be helpful for them. And already they're right at the center of the circle, so you don't need to attack a team who is also at the center of the circle. That too after just creating one opening, but wow, Nabo takes down Batman, who's barely surviving 10 HPs, and Nalpo taking advantage of the situation, getting the revenge done. Continuously now, Team S8 trying their very best to at least finish out Batman. And even that smoke will be pulling their attention to his Team Horsey. Third circle has been initiated, by the way. Third circle moves for a southeastern shift. So right on the western region is Team Horsey, who's just waiting now for Team S8 to move. But Horsey Esports, they have to travel a lot now. They have to execute a massive rotation. Maybe rotating from the northern regions will be much more profitable for them, much more suitable in this case scenario, because there are a lot of teams in the west. So you're gonna face a lot of trouble. A lot of hurdles are they gonna be in between to use the western regions to rotate. So yeah, executing a long rotation using the northern part of the circle and entering the circle would be a suitable decision under such circumstances. Oh, gets knocked out. Oh, aim gone. He has to win this fight to save the day for Team RTZ, and he will do it. And that's the end. ZRX gets eliminated on 13th position. Aim God pulls off a 1v2. Smoke. But he did a great job there. And RTZ Esports, too much lucky they are that Brave Phoenix didn't go for the third party, especially when Smoke was knocked out. RZ Airwood gets knocked out. And now this will take more time for Horsey Esports to settle down and rotate. Now they have to revive the players. Blessed has already closed in. Blessed versus Cancus is going to be a 1v1. Listen has no clue about cactus, and maybe this grenade will give him enough amount of idea. Django. That's a crime. That's a crime, entering open spaces. Especially against a team like Team Horsey. SA down to 3. Aaron gets that revival, is back in business. Horsey Esports now having an advantage over Team S8. They have to win this fight. They have to go through Team Horsey. This will lead to a backstab if S8 doesn't initiate this fight. And I mean, S8 is a kind of team who doesn't dodge fights. In the last game they were, but since they got no result from the last game, so here they took initiatives, started fighting, but it didn't really work out for them. And before it gets worse for them, even they've chosen peace over redemption, and they're heading towards the northern part of the circuit to enter. By the way, it's stage 4. And it's going to be a southeastern shift, so still, it's 50-50. 50% land areas are being favored by the circle, 50% water areas. SOG enters the circle first. They know how much crucial this game is to keep themselves high on points, stable. RTZ Esports probably they attack Team S8. And Team S8 has to remember they cannot stop yet. This place is still not present inside the circle. It's still 700 to 800 meters while facing the damage of the blue. If stage 5 initiates, then it's gonna be messy for Team S8. Team 1 dead. He didn't stretch that fight much. He just spoke to Team S8, creating that pressure on S8 and then sneaking out. It's a good mind game there by Team RTZ. And when you have a really good experience, you do these kind of stuff. Because this is also a victory, making your opponents wait out of the circle. Yup, this is a win for you. Imagine Codex Academy. There are going to be a lot of hurdles here. This team keeps it. Codex Academy. Team Secret. Trying to get their hands on this massive height advantage they have with Team RTZ Esports now. Maybe they will show some interest here. And if that happens, Team Secret is going to be a bit painful for them. Hey, knocks down Sugarall. Takes the revenge. The flash comes to Team Secret. And they're down to just one player. And as I said, it's going to be painful if Team RTZ Esports checks out here. If that happen. Horsey Esports. Very smartly, they'll be reviving the players. But Datka is still helpless there. Maybe he doesn't even have a vehicle. RTZ Esports, they'll be sneaking out of the fight. That is brilliant by Team RTZ. They always get into a fight, gets a elimination or two, and then they just withdraw and keep on moving. That's what they did with Team SA2. They didn't stretch that fight much. They tried to initiate it. They didn't get much results in the desired time, so they backed off. This is why Team RTZ Esports, they haven't faced a casualty yet, because they don't stretch a fight much. They take calculated risks. They don't expose themselves much. Nalbo gets knocked out. Datka, last player surviving, and he's battling the blue. So this is his final first aid, so it's probably game over for him too. RTZ Esports, they'll be drawing everyone's attention while moving. And look at Team Paid Esports. But now they are in deep trouble too. CJ, RTZ, both will close in. And easily, pretty easily, RTZ Esports, they'll be getting a space for them. They need to loot as well. That's the problem. 10 elims coming in for Team RTZ. The problem is this place where they are present right now is not present inside this circle. So they have to save themselves from those heavy shots coming in from Team RTZ. And then they have to move towards the circle. So multiple tasks they need to execute right at the same time. With just 2 players right now Team RTZ Esports has. SOG just relaxing inside the circle. How did they face a casualty? I don't understand. Maybe while rotating they did. Aura shows up. Baba Ori, he's out. Reflex takes him down. Sage Esports, 6th elimination coming in. RTC Esports, they'll be welcoming their guests. I guess it's Team TF maybe? They're a bit far away. But RTC Esports is just trying to warn. Not too close in. Just stay away, maintain the distance. Don't come closer. Poison! Surely overcommitted. And Doc raiding the game for Sage Esports. Reflex shows up. And Doc, instead of flushing out the players, he prioritizes that 1v1. He is brave, isn't he? And oh my god! Reflex goes for the jump shot that S12 did connect there. But a bit unlucky. Doc will be there. And All Stars, they eliminated on 7th position. 6 teams. 30 players. TF having their eyes on Team RTZ. CJ is the only man now surviving for Team RTZ. If you talk about Team 22, that is Team RTZ 2. Arena Phoenix. Having the entire control in their hands. Not being very much desperate. Just controlling the pace of the game. Reflex had no clue. He gets knocked out. Poison. He'll be safe for a few minutes here behind this buggy, but RTZ Esports will be pretty much careful. CJ gets eliminated because of the blue zone. RTZ Esports, they're eliminated on 6th position. Can Team TF convert this game? SOG again. Just prioritizing the circle, just rotating on time. 3 eliminations for SOG. Circle goes for a centralized shift. TF. Now they'll try to restrict Team SOG from entering the circle. Poison. He's out of this game. Team Sage Esports with a good performance gets eliminated on 4th position. Thunder with that grenade. Who brought in the winner chicken in the last game again. Creating that difference. Bringing in hope for Team SOG. Sam. He's trying to move towards the circle. Angel gets knocked out. Angel hard pushing that fight, which was unnecessary. And Angel was the only player inside the circle. There was no need to peek. You could have let Aim God close in. He was already out of the circle. There was no need to take the initiative. Team SOG lacking with basic game sense. This decision can change this game completely for Team SOG. Now they lose another one. Boyka is out. So Thunder is the last man standing. And he will just try to get inside that shack. Uh-oh, Thunder is so much low. And that's good. Aim God won't be able to see him. But he has 3 grenades. Is he going to check out one there? RTC Esports will need to deal with 2 teams at a time. Smoke. Even he is having his eyes on Thunder. And Team TF settling down. And no casualties. Just one they faced. Some of the players got knocked out because of that grenade. Team SOG checked out, but the revival has been executed and they are again. One man up. Their score. Aim God knocks down Jinx. Even Sam will be bothered by the blue zone. Thunder, he will be taken down. SOG. Thunder was trying to just sneak into the circle, but that won't happen. RTC Esports controlling the fight. It's a 1v1. Aim God, you're gonna quickly close in. Because if Jinx gets that revival, it will be more difficult for you. But wow! Jinx gets knocked out. And Thunder can end this game right here, right now with this final grenade. Will he be able to? No, he won't be able to. But now, I'll have to see how much sharp he is with his reflexes. Just on 10 HPs, both the players are surviving. But Jinx very smartly, he pops in that first aid. But Aim God. Oh my god, Jinx connects that pump shotgun. TF gets that winner with a chicken dinner with 7 elims. What a game. That's the end, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to take a short break, and we'll be right back with match number 3. It's going to be Rondo. Till then, like, subscribe. Alright, welcome back, guys. It's time for Rondo, and here we go. The flight path initiates from Rinjiang, and finishes off to his Royan. Favoring the central regions of Rondo map, so it's convenient to head to his Neox factory and Yulin. And all the rest of the recall tasks will be taken control by the teams. SOG Esports, they are looking really consistent. First game, they got a winner chicken dinner. Last game, they got #3. They need a good recall phase now. Now the team who really has a great gunpowder will show up in this Rondo recall phase. And I have my eyes on SOG especially. I mean, purely on the basis of luck, I guess. They've got those positions. The first game and the second game. But SOG, in this game, can they still be a part of the top 3? Can they still be a part of the top 3? Can they make it happen again? But the first circle is favoring the central regions of Rondo, pretty much associated with the flight path. So Yule and the Ox Factory, both the top locations are inside the circle. Yeah, a bit of relief for players. They don't need to move a lot. SOG Esports, they're into Hewlett. How's the Esports? They're moving with vehicles. They probably dropped in the outer skirts. Look at Team All Stars. They'll be grabbing the height advantage here in Hewlett. But for now, they need to fight Team NXT. What the fuck? He's keeping an eye on the players of NXT Esports. But uh-oh. RTZ Esports, 2 of the players got knocked out. Even 8 got a lot of confusion there in the minds of Team RTZ. The minds of the players of Team RTZ. Grabbing vehicles, and they were trying to sneak out of Team. They were trying to sneak out of unit. Maybe they didn't find a weapon there. So the dropping wasn't that great. Gliding wasn't that great. And they were running away. But they got caught. That's a miss happening. Few players flushed out too. So the recall phase wasn't that great. NWO, by the way. They're gonna fight Team Ray Phoenix. SR is gonna show up for the third party. When EO must knock down Kenzo. Kenzo's grenade will be visiting Leo first. When EO gets knocked out. Oh, sorry, when EO gets low there, it get knocked out. Both the players. Not both the players, but Kenzo getting a really good damage for himself. But the desired outcome won't be secured by Team NW Hope. And they're gonna try again. They're gonna start from the beginning. Rex is out. Maybe that's Sam. Yep, that is Sam, who's just closely watching Team Ray Phoenix. And basically he's waiting for SRN to do something. Kenzo. Just another confirmation. Helio is knocking down Wixie. Now he's out. And I'm surprised that SRN, all their players are in this top clash. This is probably the first casualty of Team SRN. Alright. George is the man who's on recall task. So not all the players of Team SRN are on this hot spot. Ray Phoenix right now is the center of attraction. They are being mauled by both the directions. NWO from one side and from the other side is going to be Team SRN, but sad. They got that third party forced team to move in. Baba Ori makes it manageable for Ray Phoenix, and this will be the first elimination for Ray Phoenix. One of the frags of Baba Ori got stolen there, but uh-oh, Kenzo knocks him down. So it's a hard break. Baba Ori tried his very best there, but it's not going to work at the end. Juan. He'll be flushed out with a pan there. And now not a lot of teams present here in Ulan. A lot of teams have messed up in their recall phase. Team Secret starting off a fight out of Ulan and New York's factory, these prime locations. And whichever team does that, I mean, it's good. If you start a fight out of New York's factory and Ulan, it's not important to make it chaotic. Because if you head towards Hewlett and New York's factory, you're always fighting multiple teams at the same time. And it's always better to go for a head-to-head fight instead of fighting multiple teams at the same time. Team Secret, I guess they want to do that. Or the recall phase is over. And Nalbo is their first casualty, permanent casualty. You never know. Because if they headed to his New York's factory, and this is their afterlife phase, and Nalbo is a permanent casualty, and then they are in a problem. They're in a big problem. But Hexy, well, he accessed the recall tower pretty easily, and Nalbo will be brought back into the game. Where is Anonymous? Anonymous regroups with his teammates, so there's not really a need to worry. But still, fights continuing in New York's factory. 1x Esports dominating the teams. New York's factory under the control of Team 1x. Paid Esports. Can they snatch this drop location out of Team 1x's hands? Romeo has the higher ground view, but whenever you're on the rooftop, that is so much scary because you can get stabbed by the teams who will be the outer skirts of New York's factory. But Romeo, he was set it up there. The crazy knocks him down. He's trying to crawl back, but still, it's really difficult for Team Paid Esports to close in. Ali, he has that off-guard angle, but maybe he got a bit late there. Now Crazy deals immense damage on Ali. So Paid Esports knows where Team 1x has deployed their players. That was sort of expected because there's always a setup created by your opponents. So Paid Esports just using their experience, just checking out the surrounding, and they spotted Ali there. But Team 1x will land back on their feet. Romeo heals himself up. Crazy is the only man who has closed in. He will be staying in his teammates' vision. That's the best thing to do right now. Even Ali, he crossed. And he's trying to regroup with his teammates, staying alone. It's a bit risky. We all know that. Both these teams have recalls, but still thinking a lot before initiating fights because nobody wanna just throw away opportunities or freebies. Finally, second circle will be going for a sudden shift. Team TF got a brilliant winner chicken dinner in the last game. But a miserable start here in Rondo especially. Vision Esports, they tried their best to bounce back. The last game wasn't that great for them, but here they come. Aaron got knocked out. There was a surprise for him for sure. Rizzy, he's going for that rev. Levka's grenade was pretty close there for Team TF. The only amount of players are still alive. No casualty will be faced for now. All 4 players are alive. And it's time to retaliate, but by that time, maybe Vision Esports will regroup. There comes in the Rano attempt. Rizzy will be baited there. Aaron takes down Dupree. But now he is being overwhelmed between 2 players. And Aaron, he's out. Team TF immediately down to 2 players. And probably these 2 were the players who had recalls, so maybe that's a temporary elimination. And TF will bring back their players into the game. Jinx heading to his recall task. Sam, where is he? Well, he's on the way. He's not inside the circle, but he will be collected while Team TF rotates. SRN. The Northwestern regions, they are fighting. TC East, because they're far away. So a lot of teams are alive right now. The circle is the problem. So, using the northern regions to enter the circle, I mean, that would be risky. Vision Esports, they've blocked the northern edge of the circle. If we take a look at the east, F2D Esports, that's Team RTZ, by the way, in the east. That is a huge cluster too. And especially those teams performed well in the first 2 games are fighting in this particular area, so all these teams, if they get eliminated in the initial stages, we might see a new team emerging on points table. And that will built up so much hype for the last Erangel game. Same got spotted there. Shingle monsters. Monitoring Team RTZ. One that needs to close in. Needs to pick up safe. Maybe he's waiting for damage. Shingle monsters. That was just one attempt they made. And they know that spending too much time behind this attempt would not be a good decision. And one of the players got knocked out. Psycho got knocked out. One dead. He moves in for a 1v1 fight. He baits his opponent by the grenade pin, which he pulled out. Joanne. He's trying to move. And one dead. Wow. That was a great spray, but he couldn't knock down Joanne there. Jalan. He's trying to head to his safe area as a Shingle monster is gonna retreat. RTZ Esports now 4 eliminations into their back. Stage 3 it's now, ladies and gentlemen. And Sage Esports immediately heading towards the center, but there's a problem because Ray Phoenix is standing tall in front of them, but Team Sage with their heads held up high. They'll be wiping out the existence of Ray Phoenix. Decent God puts in the final nail in the coffin. And none of the players will be eliminated. Sage Esports stands strong with 4 players. 12 eliminations. Getting the center. That is important. But Poison, my goodness, he got knocked finished there. He just now got a revival. But a disaster now happening for Team Sage. And RTZ Esports, maybe now they want to get the center. Because yeah, the circle will now keep on favoring Sage Esports. RTZ Esports, if they get this compound for them, it's going to be a hell of a investment. Oh my god, Reflex takes out 2. RTZ Esports didn't expect that. That backstab coming in. Reflex. So much unlucky. And now even ZRX Esports might get interested in this compound. Vision Esports. They are trying to squaring up. Just measuring their opponents. ZRX hasn't closed it. Vision Esports will be heading towards ZRX. Toast is out. Fourth elimination. And finally, Vision Esports, they're into that compound. Slammin came a bit late, but even needed the most. Papa, just a surprise. He's so much low there. When he took down a player, but with that impeccable accuracy, he'll be dealing immense damage on Papa. When he gets knocked out, ZRX Esports, they are paralyzed. They're down to 2. Sage Esports, they will be overwhelmed between 2 teams. Look at Zuik, how much risk he was taking there. Climbing up that container, and oh my god, he'll be getting knocked down with that grenade. Lakuda saw, dealing fire on his opponents. Vision Esports now, they are in a miserable state. Continuously, ZRX Esports, they are making desperate attempts to flush out Zuik. Another grenade was right on target. Oh my god, Papa gets knocked out. Vision Esports, continuously, the players are getting knocked out. Lakuda, sir, had no weapon in his hands. Had no weapon in his hands. And ZRX Esports, they're eliminated from this game. But now, NW Hope, even they want to grab that compound for them. And this compound is drawing every team's attention. So another third party happening. And Vision Esports, they're about to get eliminated because it's a 1v3 fight. But you never know. Up 3. He might pull off a clutch. On the outer skirts, it will be K4W will be spotting him. Papa is the last player surviving. He just calmly sits the eagle, but yeah, he's getting nervous. Kenzo knocks down his own teammate with that Molotov. It's a blunder. And if Papa has read that finish feed, he'll probably go in and finish off Prick. But Kenzo got knocked out. K4W now showing up, so Papa will just keep on surviving there. The pressure is completely off for Papa because even NW Hope, they're being mauled by Team K4W. Somewhere K4W knows that there's another team inside this compound. This team always has a good sense of awareness whenever they are fighting. Papa wants to get some eliminations. That is just desperation. He has the elimination right now. He wanted to get some. And that won't happen. And that's elimination for Vision Esports. They'll be getting eliminated on 9th position. Centralized shift by the circle. RTZ Esports now, they are present inside the circle, and now it's going to lead to back-to-back slammings into their compound. Teams just went crazy in this rondo. SOG. I guess it was easy for SOG. Oh my god, boy, Carl. He will be taking it. I was talking about that. It was easy for SOG to make it to the top 8 because teams in the mid phase of the game, they went completely aggressive. But SOG, 2 of the players got knocked out while rotating, and Boyka was the last man. Got a bit late there to take out his weapon, and Aspects did make a mistake. SOG gets eliminated too, that 2 on 8th position. 6 teams, 18 players, 1x. It's really looking at a great touch. 11 elims. Team Secret now trying to secure the northern part of the circle. The K4W is going to move. Team Secret. They might get swept by Team K4W. Yasser takes down Lost My Mind. Fade Esports. The target of K4W, and that's elimination coming in. Team 1X will be getting a frag there for themselves. Fade Esports gets eliminated on the 6th position, which is 5 teams, 14 players alive. And Albo is so much low. That is a problem. But yeah, Secret Esports are settling down. But now K4W, they finally close in. Now this is time to fight. Secret Esports cannot dodge this fight. They have to fight. And these grenades are going to be a pain in the heart for Team Secret. That gets knocked out. The flash will come in immediately. Secret Esports, they're not able to do anything yet. Completely submissive. K4W is putting them down one by one. And they're down to just 2 players. Narzo will take care of them. Stella gets knocked out, by the way, but it's absolutely fine. K4W, not at all in pressure. Also trying to get a better angle. That was so much low. Steps back. Arzo takes some shots on Anonymous there. Gets a bit of damage for himself, but gets knocked out. It's surely overcommitting. Could have used the AR weapon. He was completely relying on shotgun. Deal with enough amount of damage, but Aspects knocking down Stella. Doomy! Oh my goodness, that's a blunder made by Doomy. And K4W. The silly mistakes. Taking away this winner chicken dinner from them. Aspects gets mauled. Brilliant consistency will be shown by Team RTZ. Team 22 I'm talking about. Again, make it to the top 5. Not focusing on elimination much, but just survival. Stella gets knocked out because of the blue. Seth blocks the way of Team 17. And that's the elimination coming in for Team 17. That will be Team K4W. Team RTZ will be getting eliminated from this game too. They're out on 4th position. 3 teams, 7 players, 1x. And the numbers advantage factor, and they'll be commanding in this fight. It's a 3v2v2. And 1x right now trying to take care of the team which has a hold of the circle. RTZ Esports doesn't have much area to move. And Romeo, especially from the side angle, especially deployed there by Team 1x. So that's take care of Team RTZ. Ali wanted to get more range of the grenade. Came out and open, he got knocked out. Aim God. Underestimating his opponent. Spraying on a prone enemy. It's always a red flag. Romeo He'll be opening his fire there, so his position is revealed, so RTZ Esports will be taking enough precautions. So NX Esports won't be able to stab them in their backs. But it's important for RTZ Esports to knock down Romeo. Aimgod takes down Ali. Immediately flushes him out. Smoke brilliantly deals that damage. Romeo gets knocked down. That was a brilliant reflex by Smoke. Nasty reflex. Deep secret. They are being bothered by the blue. There's so much low there. Oh, Red will be taken down. It's a 2v2 fight. But those grenades now coming in. RTZ Esports doesn't have material to move. Can Team Secret win this game? Do they know that Team 1X has been eliminated? Yes, they know. Obviously, they eliminated Team 1X. Grenade makes connection. Smoke gets knocked out. Look at Aim God, how much low he is. And this is a curse, probably. This will be the second time that Team RTC will be losing a winner chicken dinner by the barest of margins. Aim God cannot do much. Anonymous has pinned him down. Once he stands up, we get a better vision on him. Smoke gets cooked with that grenade. Aim God. Officially the final player surviving. And he'll knock down Albo there. It's a 1v1 now. He has to enter 4 meters into the circle. Anonymous will wait. He has all the time in this world. And Anonymous, you don't have to make a mistake here. And he's entering the open areas, and Anonymous takes down Aim God pretty easily. That's the end. Team Secret this time. 30 elims. Winner chicken dinner. That's crazy. That's the end. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 4. Till the like, subscribe. Alright, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for match number 4. It's time for Erangel, and here we go. The flight path initiating from Lipovka finishes off towards Primorsk, a southern region oriented flight path. Well, a lot of teams have jumped already, and they're going to head towards Lipovka. That is true. RTZ Esports. I can even see Paid Esports, Vision Esports. So 3 teams, or more than 3 teams, are heading towards Lipovka. A lot of teams will be heading towards Milta too. Sarin is one of them. Yeah, 3 teams headed towards Lipovka. That's going to be a fun fight to watch. It's going to be a gunfight. Well, teams maintaining distance. Safe taking down Levka. It was a gunfight. And Levka couldn't connect with that double barrel with that dual MP7. Instead, Safe with that double barrel shotgun, even worse weapon. Connecting and getting that frag. This is a war. This is a massive fight. Look at the teams heading towards Milta. This is a mega fight. Sarin, Shingle Monsters, Stars, Team Secret. Is Team Secret gonna close in this time for the third party? Or they are just gonna watch the fight from a distance? I hope this time they close in. I hope this time they don't let their intrusive thoughts win. Marianne lost her mind as the duo surviving Paid Esports. A very bad situation, lost my mind. Almost lost himself there. Molotov came right on him. And that grenade will do the job. Lost my mind, gets knocked out. Miri just barely surviving in 20 HPs. It's good that Aspect doesn't have a utility right now. Because if he had, then it would have been game over for Miri. Yeah, he's lucky. Aspect doesn't know that Miri is so much low with his HP. That's why he's just controlling himself. Vision Esports, they're in the outer skirts, and they're trying to surround Lipovka, which is a good strategy in my opinion. It's mainly focusing on doing third parties and giving surprises to their opponents. Team All-Stars, they've been eliminated again. Team Shingle Monsters, they'll be assassinating Team All-Stars. This is the second time they've done that. All-Stars couldn't take revenge from Shingle Monsters. SRN, by the way, they're taking advantage of the situation. MVP is already knocked out. Jovan, third party now from Team Secret. Helios gets knocked out. SLM Esports trying to fight back. It's gonna be time consuming for MVP to regain his health completely, because he just has those bandages. But one thing is good, that Helios, he'll crawl back and he'll get that revival. That is good. He's being saved by Lau. And maybe MVP will buy enough time to step back a bit and then re-strategize and attack Shingle Monsters, because things are getting away from them. By the way, Paid Esports, they saved Lost My Mind. He just had one grenade and he made connections with that. But RTZ Esports, they're fired up now. So they will try to end Team Paid Esports. They're already in such a small area, they cannot move much. Miri, he's the worst to get knocked out. I don't know how he is surviving still. I mean, with this much HP, he revived his teammate. Lost My Mind was able to retaliate too. So the credit goes to Miri. Aspects gets knocked out. It's going to be Vision Esports. And Vision Esports, they're not leaving RTZ. But finally, Vision Esports, they'll be eliminated from this game. They're eliminated on 16th position now. RTZ Esports, they have to just take care of these 2 players. And they're already in a really bad situation, especially Miri. Doesn't have much healings. K4W Esports, they'll be taking exit from this game too. So already a lot of teams, they've been eliminated. This first circuit was so much violent. Jalad in a 1v1 fight. This is a crucial fight for Jalad. Shingle Monster's existence depends on this fight completely. It makes it a 1v2. So 1v3, by the way. Nabo has that side angle. SRN Esports might get an angle on Nabo there. So Gillett might get some help there with that Molotov. Make things more difficult for him. But yeah, that Molotov won't be able to deal that much amount of damage. And Gillett in time will regain his HP. Heal himself too, Secret Esports. This is risky, because SRN, they're ready to unleash themselves for the third party. Team Secret has to try to keep all their players alive in this fight, and yup, Gillett will be finished out. SLM Esports, they're eliminated on 13th position. SRN, they're not crossing. They didn't see much activity on the finish feed, that's why they are still holding themselves. S8 versus Horsey. S8 had a terrible day. Terrible day. Couldn't do anything throughout the 4 games. And this is a triple threat fight. Now Sage Esports shows up too. And we all know how much aggressive Sage Esports is in the last game. Especially in the lobby where the whole lobby is playing aggressively. And within a fraction of a second, Team Sage wipes out Team S8. This is the potential of Team Sage. I don't know why they don't show this kind of performance in the first 3 games, and they just show up in the last one. 5 elims. Now, why don't they play like this in the first Irango? I mean, just a reverse psychology by Team Sage, where the whole lobby is expecting passiveness, but Team Sage, they're running for eliminations. They're chasing down opponents. NW Hope heading towards pre-mosque. I wasn't expecting that. 11 teams, 36 players, and our live. Paid Esports has lost my mind. He'll get out of Lipovka. Team RTZ finally. They'll be conquering Lipovka for them. 5 eliminations. Uh-oh. Dacing God gets knocked out. Team Sage under pressure. Just one last player surviving, and that's the end. Team Horsey. It was he who goes for a 1v4, but oh my goodness, now the third party. That will be Team RTZ. Do they have vehicles to move as soon as possible? Finish Team Horsey. Who knocks down Batman? And RTC Esports is moving with their vehicles. Even Team Secret, they've reached the military base island. So even Team Secret might join this fight. Team TF in the back end area, so it's a big setup. But RTC Esports will be winning that fight pretty easily. Already a lot of damage was dealt on Team Horsey. There was nothing Team Horsey could do about that. Team Secret not completely closing in, just checking out from a distance. And Anonymous, he will be caught there, and that's the problem. And Anonymous drawing the attention of RTZ towards him. And instead of heading towards the safe area, Anonymous wants to go more closer. And Team Secret, I guess they want to participate in this fight. And Anonymous with a good driving there. Oh no. Really good piece of driving there by Anonymous. Under so much pressure. Great spray exchange there between Who and Nabo of Team Secret. Smoke knocks down Datka. Now RTC Esports, they have to make a decision. Who are they going to fight here? Are they going to head to his Team TF? Are they going to have Mall Team Secret? Because they've hit crossroads. Team TF, they're fighting Team ZRX. Ghost gets knocked out. Oh, those connections being made by Team RTZ from a range. But that frag got stolen. Hector cannot move ahead. RTZ Esports continuously going for those third-party shots. As he moves ahead, Hector connects. That frag is going to get stolen. Hector, you're going to flush out your opponent as soon as possible, and he does that. Aaron is the last man, and he'll be taken down. That was Team RTZ. He'll be messing it up everything. He'll be messing up everything for Team TF. They would allow them to participate in this fight in peace. RTZ Esports could have eliminated Team ZRX as well. Just not reading that finish read carefully will allow them to do so. And now the motive is to save Lacuna, which is comparatively a risky move. It's like sacrificing your entire team just behind one player. But Lacuna has tremendous amount of cover, so yeah, there won't be a problem there for him to get that revival. Ali on the other side got knocked out, so it's gonna be Team 1X. That's a bridge block. That's the Nova Reploy bridge, which is being blocked by Team RTZ. Wanted wants to cross. And Wanted making it difficult for Team 1X. Already this game has already become a nightmare for him because he has lost his teammates, so he's all alone here. So why only Wanted should face the problems, he'll create problems for Team 1X too. But Romeo will sneak out. Romeo probably found a boat, so he'll move with that boat. Third circle is about to begin. There's a lot of fight going on in the center of the circle. And RTZ Esports, finally they made their mind. They are closing in. Oh, she gets knocked out. Hector, final ray of hope. Hector runs away. Sneaks out. Since he has a DBS there, there's still a chance that he might clutch Team RTZ. You always have to be aware of your opponent, what weapon he's having. Especially with a DBS, we've always seen unexpected things happening. NW Hope just easily making it to the top 8. Won't face any trouble. Lost my mind. He's facing the damage of the blue. Who is he waiting for? I don't understand. Who does he think is gonna head towards him? Because there's absolutely nobody in that portion of the map. Hector just isolating himself inside that compound. Not giving any clue to the opponents that he is present there. Just low-key survival gameplay. 8 elims for RTZ Esports. And wow, I thought RTZ Esports has faced a casualty, but they're surviving with all their 4 players alive. Brilliant that is. Sorry. Well, I will be seen by who. And look at Smoke, how quickly he grabs his vehicle and starts to close in. The vehicle will be exploded. It will be destroyed. The vehicle will be completely damaged by Team RTZ, and it's time for the players to close in. And is he the solo guy of Team SRN? Is there any other player? No. He's all alone. By the way, Team Secret, they are fighting Team NW Hope. Finally now, is Team NW Hope gonna play aggressively? Where is Law gonna run? Already he's so much low. And who takes him down? Easily. That AKM. 7 teams, 14 players. Uh-oh. And one of the players of Team Secret got knocked out, so it gives a chance to Team NW Hope to close in and eliminate them, and they'll do so. But this is a golden opportunity for Team NW Hope to get this winner chicken, and at least in this last game, because even they've had a terrible day, NW Hope couldn't do much. So they gotta keep this numbers advantage thing, because there will be only Team RTZ who will be stepping up against them, and it will be a 4v4 fight between 2 mega teams. two mega forces currently in this game. But RTZ Esports have been much more active as compared to Team NW Hope. They've initiated more fights, they have more eliminations, they are more war oriented or fight oriented in this game. So that is a factor which might go against Team NW Hope because RTZ Esports, they are in a phenomenal form as we can see. And they are one of the most consistent teams in this lobby. Last game they got hashtag 2, even in Miramar they got a hashtag 2. And here they might probably get that winner chicken dinner. They wouldn't want to settle down with hashtag 2. That is true. Period. Team NWO maintaining a distance, trying to just measure their opponents. Maybe Wanted's presence has been felt there. So NW Hope will try to flush out Wanted because he's a solo guy, comparatively a easy target. It's a final triple threat fight. All the three players are out of the circle, but Hector keeping himself close to the circle because he knows that this game is more than eliminations. Wanted an aim guard. A close range 1v1 fight. And Hector just keeping up the distance and smartly enters the circle there. And one thing is true, he's going to cut off the circle of the player who wins this 1v1. Doesn't matter if it's aim guard, doesn't matter if it's wanted. Entering the circle is surely going to be a big task for them. Wanted is just waiting. He hasn't even moved yet. Reading the finish feed really well. The problem is right now, Wanted has a vehicle, so he can escape out of here pretty quickly. Oh, the blue zone shows up. It's a problem for both the players, but Wanted will be taken down by Aim God. That was a heart attack for him. But Hector, it's just easy for him to take down Aim God, and that's the end. It is all over. ZRX Esports gets a winner chicken dinner in the final game. That's it for today. A Sunday Funday is over. I'll be taking a leave now, ladies and gentlemen. Bye bye, good night, and take care.